The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday! Looking live at not Tostitos Championship Plaza, but the War Room because it's draft day. Looking live at the War Room upstairs at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is draft day. Jesse will be joining us a little bit later. It is gloomy, but it's nice. It might be drizzling by the time we get out of here, but it's 72 degrees. The high is 78. The low is 62. Kurt, do your best Jesse Holley impression.
He is Shannon. This is Nate. Got Chris in the background. As Shannon mentioned, our man Jesse's coming in late. I am Kurt. Together, we make Hangin' with the Boys, sports talk equivalent to Braille. Yeah, people feel it. When we stutter through the...
Yeah, that's about it.
Close enough, Kurt. Good job. Way to hang in there. How you guys doing?
Finish it up.
Oh, brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling? It's been a minute. I was not here.
Good.
I was in
Yeah.
Vegas last
I was
week.
gone before the week before that,
Yep.
so good to see you again.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Besides you criticizing my shirt, my hair, my beard, and everything.
Well, hey,
I'm
Jumped
doing
on you,
great.
didn't he, there?
Yeah.
Well, I came in and he was giving me crap, so I had to give him
No, you didn't say
back.
crap. You said something
I
else.
did. I cussed.
And then he wondered why his kid cussed.
His mama cusses in front of me. I'm a saint in front of my child.
Oh, sure.
Y'all made her cuss. Wow.
Well, you guys, what are your feelings on the draft? Do you get hyped on today? Is it just another day? Are you kind of interested somewhat? And like, what are your feelings on the draft?
Oh, yeah. Hyped, I think. Get interested, especially being in the building here. I mean, there's a buzz. People are getting excited and ready. And, it's, it's a cool thing. Everybody's looking forward to see what happens.
About you, Nate?
I'm ditto. I'm just going to do whatever Kurt want to do. I'm riding with him.
Chris, do you get fired up for the draft? You put a lot of work into it all season, or you just like, thank God it's here and it's about to be over?
Get the magazine up.
Yeah, I'm probably like Kurt when he gets the magazine up, honestly. He's like stressing it out. And
Yeah.
Next thing you know, when you're done with it, you're like, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's
glad to be
done. It's a weird vibe when you're in the building, when you work here, because it's a big day, right? And you've been building up to it and content and, writing articles and everything. And then you want to get to work early, and then you realize, like, nothing is really going to happen until like 5 o'clock is when it.
Most of the office came in late today.
Yeah, so you want to get there early because it's a big day and you feel like you should be there, but then it's like, well, what am I going to do till 5?
Yeah.
And
Pretty
then
quiet.
5?
Kind of the
Chris,
calm,
what time will we pick? Around what time?
It's like 8:16 is when we're going to pick.
Well, no, but they got the stuff going on the plaza is what I was saying. So there'll be action out here.
Yeah.
They have moved it indoors, by the way.
Oh, good call.
You're not going to get wet.
The way that it looks.
So why didn't you go out to Green Bay? I mean, so you can really just feel it.
Me?
Yeah.
Why didn't we go out to Green Bay?
No, I don't.
Too far to
You had
drive?
enough trips.
No, well, I've been glad to drive there, but I'm not. That's a different animal, man. There's a lot of people out there, doing their thing,
What are you trying to say?
I don't want to be with them. One thing I can rest assured of the Cowboys pick, whoever it is, it won't be none of these guys, none of these .com guys they've been talking about. I promise you that. Mozzie told me that. We didn't know him. Guyton told me that because we didn't know him. So I know it's going to, so whoever y'all think going to be it ain't going to be it.
I will say Nick Eatman did nail the Tyler Smith 3 years ago when no one else knew who he was.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I picked him too.
Did you? You got him too?
I did.
So it's that Green Bay situation is going to be interesting because one, just because it's Green Bay, and two, like They don't have the infrastructure, I would think, to support. Because if you've ever been to a game there, you drive through a neighborhood. If they're going to have 150 to 300,000 people there like they have in other places, like
where's everybody staying?
Right.
No.
There's not that many rooms in Appleton.
There is
How
not.
far is it from
There's
Milwaukee?
not.
Hour and a half, maybe.
From where?
Milwaukee.
Oh gosh, it's like
It don't matter,
two.
man.
2 hours?
People up there are used to traveling. It don't matter. They're going to have a great time in Green Bay.
But like, it's the draft. Like, okay, so what? Like, it's the draft.
It's become a big
That
deal.
is one of your
It is.
iconic franchise. My wife said the same thing. Green Bay, that is a great place to have it. You know, you had it in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Come on,
Well,
cars.
these places can't host Super Bowls.
I don't think there's a 4-lane road in Green Bay, though.
It don't matter. People will be there.
I know, but when you go get there, you're going to get stuck because you can't get in and out of where you're supposed to be.
People, if they let these people in right now, they'll be in there.
Oh, I guarantee you there's people in
Yeah, this is a great thing, I think, Green Bay.
Okay.
I think it's better than Detroit, even though Detroit got 1 million hotels.
Okay.
You can drive 2-3 hours. Come on, man. Enjoy, man.
I'm enjoying it.
You're going to be watching, right?
I'll watch tonight. I don't think I'll watch tomorrow or Saturday. I think I'll definitely watch, at least until Cowboys pick. What time are they supposed to pick, Chris? 8?
Between like 8:16 and like 8:28.
Okay.
I was hyped until somebody sent us the little thing they send every Thursday and saying moving down. Then I like, wow, really? For real? When certain guys sent that, I was like, way to ruin
A lot of talk about that.
Yeah, so there's some rumors going around now where they possibly could move back. Jerry's talking about working some trades. Like what?
That means they got who they wanted at the 12th pick. I mean,
They're smoke screens.
Yeah.
Just fishing, seeing if somebody will just throw something out there. Why are you rubbing your face?
I said at the opening of the show, and I'm trying to not be a bad person or say something that hurts people's feelings.
Why would you start that
Yeah.
now?
Because it's a draft. No, it's a draft.
Your whole life
day.
you've hurt people's feelings. Why would you start?
Really,
that
I don't.
today?
Really, normally I don't care, but it is the draft. You want everybody up and excited.
That's true.
And so I'm trying.
You try not to throw a blanket on the fire.
Yeah.
Nate, what position would get you out of your seat? And not any position isn't the answer I'm looking for.
I know you're not, but I want a player. Michael Irvin said, and I said it last week, that gives us hope.
What player would you get excited for? Give me 2 or 3. Or
The Hunter kid from Colorado.
Okay.
And then
Okay, he's gonna be gone. Go ahead. Next.
Abdul is this?
Carter.
He'll
Okay,
be
he's got
gone.
going. You got number 1 guy, number 2 guy. All right,
And,
go
and
ahead.
those are the only two. Those are the only two.
So you're
the rest
saying we
of
shouldn't have any hope then?
we need an impact. At first, I was offense line, defense line, but we need an impact player. I mean that. We're still waiting on Mozzie. We're still waiting on Guyton. I want a guy that will bring, and I'm with Michael Irvin, I want a guy that's going to bring hope. I don't know what position it is. I don't know who this guy is, but we need someone that can bring hope. And when we talk about this guy during training camp, during this preseason, during the regular season, we can say, man, we are taking a step in the right place. That's all I want as a fan. As an ex-player, I want someone like a Michael Irvin, a Deion Sanders, a Charles Haley. These guys all promoted hope. And Troy Aikman,
Are there certain positions that can make a quicker impact, a more immediate impact, and would you focus on them?
It's defensive line. If we had us and this is before Jesse. This is pre-Jesse. Remember, I used to every bacon eating grease, and I guess got off of that because it just every year I would beat it down. If we had a show-stopping defensive tackle, 3 technique or 1, just think how good number 11 would really, really be. If we had us a show-stopping, show enough killing nose tackle, a 3 technique that you had to pay attention to, an Aaron Donald type,
Yeah.
man, I would move up 3 places to get a cat
Really?
like that.
You would? Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
think there's only one guy like that would be
It'd
drafted
come
that
from
high.
Michigan.
Yeah, the Graham kid.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You going to trade up for a defensive tackle?
Well, my thing is this. You asked me what I wanted, and I'm trying to give you what I wanted. We need a showstopper, man. Whether it's a wide receiver, whether it's this kid from Boise, we need a showstopper. We need a showstopper. Like I say, offensive line would be nice. You know, we talk about the kid from Bama. I can't think of his name. He's a guard. Born and bred in Wisconsin, so I know he's a tough kid. So, but
Booker, is that the Texas guy?
yes, Booker. I really believe that we need that hope guy. I don't know who he is. Chris, you have idea. Shannon, you have idea who that hope guy is. Kurt, you have idea. I don't know who that hope guy is.
I think the hope guys are going to be long gone.
Mm-hmm.
But at 12,
12, I think you're going to get a good player.
Good player, yeah.
But I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be like the last 3 or 4 years around here. It's going to be like, okay, yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No. It
Yeah,
can't.
that high, they better have somebody that.
Yeah.
But
for
who's
real.
on the board at 12 that you would be like, all right, McMillan? Would that get you
McMillan,
excited?
yeah.
Would that get
A
you
lot of
excited
guys are-
though?
Golden.
Would that get you excited?
Golden? He's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Kurt,
Wide receiver.
quit avoiding the question. Would that get you excited?
Yeah, I think a guy like that, he got, some juice to him. Yeah, I think that would do it.
Chris, help us out here. Who is that guy?
Tet's that guy, I think. Tet's an athlete. He could get there. I like Mbuka from Ohio State.
Yes.
He seems like he's just a dog.
That's the one Jesse likes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He all around, right? In the run game, he's gonna block everything like that.
You take him over McMillan?
I don't know. McMillan's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's going to be your.
And
what-
he's an athlete. He's your guy he's big. He's 6'4", 219.
What if McMillan, Golden, and Mbuka are all there at 12, which could happen?
You go with McMillan. He's going to be your.
If McMillan's there at 12, is that your hands down pick, or
Yeah,
would you
100%.
put an offensive or defensive?
I don't think he's
lineman
going to
in
be
there?
there. So
You don't think McMillan's going to be there?
no, I don't think he's going to be there.
Oh, all right.
Some
You know-
people have him going as high as like 4 or 5.
That's true.
Some people have him going like 13th or 14th.
Yeah.
It's just who you like. What?
There's the biggest thing this year is going to be the quarterbacks, right? Like the quarterbacks could push stuff to you, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Not this year. It's
Not
just
this year.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
The thing is, and I'm totally coming from fellas, y'all gotta remember about 8 years ago, how long we've been doing this show, however long we've been doing this show. I used to come in with a thick sheet of paper with all these different draft picks and
Yeah.
I used to go to the Alabama, the Senior Bowl, and boy, Chris, I used to be begging Chris to make sure Scott got me a room and all of this. Man, we never drafted none of those guys I looked at.
So you quit?
I'm like, this is too much work. So I let Kyle do all the work. I let Broaders do all the work. And guess what? Nick is the guy that picks better than any of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not saying Nick don't do his work, but Nick seemed to get closer to the guys that we're going to draft than anybody. So that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
I just need a wow guy. We need a wow guy.
A wow guy. All
Yes.
right.
Jesse may tell us when he get here.
Yeah, let's take a break. When we come back, maybe Jesse will be here, maybe he won't.
He'll tell us the wow guy.
Depends on how many laps around the TPs that he made today. And you know what, Jesse? We got a bone to pick with Jesse.
Okay.
He's the one that texted yesterday and said, "Hey, fellas, are we doing a show? I'm available tomorrow." He's an hour before the show. "Hey, guys, something came up. Be late. Start without me." So we got to press him when he comes
Good
in
thing
to
you
find
didn't
out.
say wait.
Right?
He's still saying.
All right, when we come back, let's talk more about the draft and let's talk about some other things.
Please don't move down.
Find out what those are when we come
I
back.
don't know. I want him to.
Oh,
Tell us why.
Let's talk about
Tell us
that
why.
when we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Draft Day on Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Kurt.
Yay.
At 7-Eleven, there is a $5,000 winner every single day. Shop with 7 rewards and play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. New daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. ages 16 and older. For full official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-a-day.com/rules. There you go.
Nice.
All right, Kurt, before we went to the break, you said you hope they trade back.
I hope they have that opportunity.
Crushed Nate with that.
No, and by trading back, I'm not talking about dropping into the 20s. I'm talking like 2 or 3 spots, because hopefully at 12, they will have options, guys that will still be there. Obviously, the Cowboys got a lot of needs, so I think they can still drop back 2 or 3 spots, get a guy who can help them now. I would love for them to pick up another top 100 pick, another second or third rounder in there. So that would be ideal for me. And I think, and both Jerry and Steven have mentioned trading down. So I think if that opportunity is there, they'll take it. Now, I don't know who's going to trade up, unless if that Tyler Warren kid a lot of people are interested in that tight end, they might be able to get some takers. So
yeah,
that would be my hope.
Would you be mad, Nate, if that guy is there at 12 and they take him, the tight end?
Nah.
If he's the best player on the board.
If he's the best player on the board, I'm with it. I'm with it. And the problem we've had the last few years, and y'all forgive me because all I can go about what I've seen, is these guys have not been impactful players. Mm-hmm. Guyton is still in a learning mode. Mozzie has come nowhere near to what we need him to be. He's starting to be who he is, as a player. So if this guy can come in and get his team a jolt, some hope, a hard worker, dedicated to his craft. You see the tight end for Kansas City help mold their team. You see the tight end for the 49ers help mold their team. So tight ends can be very impactful if the coach has a little bit of imagination and the player has a lot of get up and go about him. So, like I say, 2 or 3 months now. I've been O-line, D-line, but, like I said, a week or so ago, I talked to Michael Irvin, did a show with him, and he sold me on that hope. You need players that can come in and impact you, and being that we think we have a lot of holes now, they over there think that they're solid. Mm-hmm. The new head coach, the ownership think that they're solid. They just
I hope not.
Need a spot here. I don't think they're solid. I think they're in a rebuild, full-blown rebuild, and you can't continue to get guys in the first round and we don't know who they are. Mm-hmm. Or they're not turning out to be close to what we need them to be.
I think that's the biggest thing this year, like more so than any year I can remember in the past, outside of quarterback, just because you have all your money tied up in that position. You take the best guy, and I think there's going to be guys at every position that are there. Whoever's number one on your draft board after you cross 11 guys off above you, whoever that offensive line, defensive, if it has to be cornerback, safety, linebacker, outside of quarterback, tight end. I think the big thing you can't miss again this year or wind up at the end of the year going, does this guy need to play here? Do we need to move him over here? Like, does he need, you can't miss. You gotta hit, and he's gotta contribute. Like, he doesn't have to be a superstar, but he's got to play 17 games.
Dependable. He's got to be dependable.
He's got to be there, and he's got to contribute. And not only contribute, but contribute in a way where he's working to be a superstar in year 2. If it takes
year 3,
a year to figure it out, okay.
The thing, and I hate. No, I don't. See, Mozzie has not even reached the level where we say, okay, B player, B+ player. Right. That if the worst your first round player can be is a B+ player, or even a B player, you've won. Mm-hmm. But what they can't be is a C anything. Mm-hmm. C+, C-, C level,
still trying to figure it out going into year 3.
Yeah, you have to be a B+ player, a better than a B. You cannot build a team, is what I'm saying, with a bunch of almost guys.
Right.
You can't compete. That's like going out, getting a guy that plays guard at 6'1", 30-inch arms, did the high jump 25 inches. That's no explosion. That's no athletic ability. You can't build a team, a bunch of team guys like that. Yeah. You do need that 6'5", 310, 325, lightning quick feet, long arms. He may be short on, somewhere else, but those basic things you have, because now you can compete in the NFC East. We have the number 1 or number 2 division, Philadelphia, the Commanders, Giants even have a defense, and they talking about drafting one of these top guys on defense. So they're going to try to improve their defense. So what we're going to have to do is make sure we're competitive with we can't worry about the NFL. We got to worry about the East. Yeah. Because we're not, in my opinion, not even ready for the NFC East yet. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. To your point, though, about best player available and all that, don't you think that, say, Tyler Warren, the tight end, is there? The Cowboys have so many other needs. Even though if he's the 12th ranked guy on their board, if your 13th ranked guy is a better, a receiver, you know what I'm explaining this well. You've got some solid tight ends.
You're explaining it well.
You don't have a solid second receiver or a cornerback. That's what's starting to worry me is cornerback.
If this second guy that's on your board is a point or two away, you're not giving up anything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If they're 15, 20 points away, you still got to get the tight end. Mm-hmm. But if they're 1 or 2 points away in difference, oh yeah, you get the cornerback or you get the wide receiver. Because if we go by what we need the most, barring watching the Super Bowl and what Philadelphia did, or watching what the Commanders did, we're not going to look at that. We're going to look at when we see CeeDee Lamb and we look at our wide receivers, that's all we see. Nobody talks about our wide receivers. I understand why somebody want a wide receiver. Now, the running back I can't get with, but the wide receivers I can because it's CeeDee Lamb and others.
But don't you think if you have a generational, they're saying this tight end is really good. If he is a Travis Kelce, or what's the kid they drafted last year in Oakland? Las Vegas.
God, what was his name?
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Isn't that just as good as a second wide receiver if he's that kind of pass catching guy? If you use him the right way, you got to use him the right way.
See, the thing is, and y'all know I'm a Coach McCarthy man, but you promised and didn't come through. You promised we was going to run the ball, and it took you a minute to even start thinking about it. Mm-hmm. We said we would do this, and our wide receivers did not show up. So is the new coach going to stick to his guns?
Yeah.
Because if the new coach going to stick to his guns now, he said we're going to run this football, and he said it over and over and over. Okay, what if Chris Bean guy fall to us? What if Jeanty falls to us?
Yeah.
If Chris Bean falls, you take him.
You take him.
Right.
Because the coaches promised you.
Yeah, but
how exciting will that be if he starts slipping?
If Jeanty is there, you have to take him. But outside of him, do you need to draft a running back high to have a good running game? No. I mean, you look. If last year, Dowdle, they misused him half the season, and he still wound up with 1,000 yards. So I don't know if do you spend high draft capital unless there's a generational guy, Jeanty. Do you spend high draft capital on a running back?
This is what I tell people. Saquon, pre-Philadelphia Saquon Barkley, could still, barring injury, still get 1,200 to 1,300 yards. Let's say the Cowboys offensive line come together and we get this Jeanty. Now, you're talking about a 1,600, 12 touchdown, and I'm talking about rushing, not counting what he's going to catch out of the backfield throwing. Now you're talking about an elite back. An elite back will make a sorry offensive line good. An elite back will make a good offensive line great. So a back can make a difference. But how creative is your new head coach? See, I am not ruling out nothing. If you think that you got it, if you think that you got the perfect player for the Dallas Cowboys, please go over there and hold Mr. Jones hostage and make sure he draft this guy because we need that guy. We need that guy.
Yeah. But would you rather have the good offensive lineman hoping they gel and become better, or would you rather have the good running back and hope he can somehow make them better?
I would always want the lineman because, once again, I use Saquon. With the Giants, he was a 1,200-yard guy, 7 to 8 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. With Philadelphia, 10 or 12 touchdowns, 2,000 yards. Took all the pressure off Jalen so he could be who he needed to be when he needed to be. Certain things work together, but you got to be dedicated to your craft. And I'm talking about the offensive line. Are they dedicated to their craft? We know who the left guard is, but after the left guard, we got a young center that's working towards trying to be special. We got Hoffman, who ain't even a starter anymore. They got the other kid, Jones, on the. You go look at the thing there, the Cowboys thing, depth chart, and they got another guy. They ain't even got Hoffman started. Right. So now you got a guy that's not played very well last 2 years and still. And we got a young left tackle. Yeah, I mean, y'all have been tweeting about him. I don't want to tweet about him because I'm just praying that he understands the mental part of this game. You can have all the physical attributes in the world, but if you're not working from the neck up, you're not going to get any better.
I think, to your question, Kurt, if Jeanty's there, you have to take him. But outside of that, hell, wait till the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or get somebody in free agents.
No.
For a running back.
Don't wait. If he falls to you in the third or the fourth,
who's he though?
The running back. The running back. If he falls to you in
the running back? Whoever's on your board.
A running back.
A running back. Okay.
Not the.
Yeah.
I was like, who's the running back? Tell us.
A running back.
A running back.
So you're saying if you have a running back that you have ranked high,
yes,
get him. Okay.
The thing that's the thing that has hurt us is when you miss on a first rounder, it just throws you back another year. So you're never catching up.
Right.
The last 2 years, we have not made any ground.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
And you lost to, you had 2 press conferences of Hall of Fame offensive linemen.
Yeah.
So not only are you not catching up, you're losing.
Yeah. So we and I remember we were in the same position, and now this season hasn't played out yet, but we were in the same position. And I think it was Mike, then it was Troy, then it was Emmett. You get what I'm saying? We had a few old scraggly linemen here, nobody believed in. Same with these guys. None of us believe in them, but we got a good offensive coordinator, and we got a good offensive line coach. Yeah. Now, this new offensive line coach, Connor or something like that, he may be the answer to bringing these guys together and making them work hard and with some efficiency. So if they do that, it can happen. Yeah. I've seen it happen. Not this year. It won't happen this year, I don't think. But you start going in the right direction, but you cannot. And I will repeat, and I would say over the next 15 minutes, you cannot stay level. Jimmy Johnson said, if you're even, you're getting left.
Yeah.
You only get worse or you get better. And don't tell me that I'm leveling off, because if you're leveling off, I'm getting ready to trade you up out of here, because I can't have you leveling off.
But but you're saying can't wait on the running back or whatever. And I think what I'm thinking more like you is like, okay, those first 3 rounds, I mean, assuming your grades are close.
Let's say we get a wide receiver with the first.
You need a wide receiver.
Okay, we get a wide receiver. Then the next pick we get a DB.
Yeah.
You need a corner.
DB.
Yeah.
We get a DB. And then the next pick we get a offensive lineman.
Okay, now you're into the fourth round.
Get that running back.
Which you don't have a 4th round pick, so you got to either trade up or drop down to the 5th.
You want to move down.
So Nate's saying the same thing as us.
Yeah.
Probably after your 3rd pick, unless you got a running back that's high in the 3rd round.
But if it's a 3rd round running back there, because
if the points are similar, I think the running back waits.
I do too. If they're similar. Now, if you've got a guy that you have ranked in the 2nd round and he falls to the 3rd round, he's a running back, I think you grab him. Mm-hmm. It depends on where you have him slotted, right?
This is the problem.
This is so fun.
This is the problem. I've dealt with the Terrence Flaglers of the world. I've dealt with this guy from this place and this guy from this place. An average running back, he's just like a kicker. I'm serious. The average running back to me is a kicker.
Just go get one off the street. Right?
Yes, but when you got a sweet dude, like it was a dude that played for the team down south. They had them little things on the side of the helmet look like pirates. They got a guy in the 4th round last year.
Yeah.
This dude,
that's your guy.
That's
Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, right? They need a receiver more than a running back, right?
But see, now we've already addressed that. I thought first round
and a corner. They need better.
Then
than
you got the
back.
corner,
and then you're talking a lineman of some time. You got to think's got to be in that first 3 rounds somewhere.
Sometime you got to believe. And the Cowboys got me teetering. But sometimes you got to believe that this new offensive line coach going to fix some things. They've brought in a few dudes, and people, we laughing at them. But what if they are competitive? Right now, what you're looking for is to be competitive in your division. Be competitive in whoever you draft. They got to be a wild guy. So even if you get an extra pick, we move down 2 or 3 spots and it still has to be a wild guy. That first pick, we cannot be, cracking jokes on them, giving them nicknames. We got to be like, whoa, man, that's Mr. Such and Such. Wow. We didn't change number 11's name. You know, we didn't give him no nicknames. You know,
what's funny is like everybody wasn't super impressed with that pick when it happened.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
He's a solid player. He's not really who we wanted.
Look back, Zach Martin the same way.
Yeah.
Tyron. Oh man.
No, everybody knew Tyron was a dog.
Got socks for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, I need them, but like, it ain't real fun.
The thing is, when we look at these guys in OTAs, because we all should try to at least get an hour of OTAs in and look at the guy that they drafted. The thing that you don't want is this guy pressed in the service and didn't earn it. Or he's not good enough to just walk in there and take, hey, this is our first round pick. This is the guy, like Zach Martin. They didn't, hey, this dude's starting. This is our man. It's been a long time since we had a guy where we just say, that's a good woman say, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had a that's my man in a minute, you know?
CD is probably the last one.
Yeah, he's the last one.
Everybody was shocked when he dropped. So
Yeah.
Need that again.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, we will give you our prediction on who we think is going to be the first round draft pick. And Chris is going to let us know who's been hurt a lot in college but could possibly be a superstar in the league, and tell us who our second pick will be this year when we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
Dallas Cowboys Game Day is brought to you by Captain Morgan, the official spiced rum of the NFL. The NFL season is where legends are born on and off the field. Some are last-second plays that turn the tide and change a team's destiny, while others are of friends who follow the captain to make a regular get-together into the stuff of legends. Visit followthecaptain.com. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. So we try to put a bow on this thing and send you off into draft land. Chris, what time does the draft show start today?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock live
On the button.
in studio here at
And on the
Star.
So who all will be leading this draft, Chris?
Your boy Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have Broadus will be here, Nick Harris, Zach Wolchuk, Bobby Belt,
Okay.
Vach Lombardi, and Tommy Yarish.
How are you going to fit all those people in the studio?
We have a little rotation about by 5.
Oh, okay.
They do a good job, though. That draft show is good. Chris threw us an interesting stat here. This 2025 draft marks the first year in the common era, which I'm not sure what that is, that all 32 teams still own their first-round pick.
Wow. Do you think, before we give our picks, how we all like to guess, and as it gets closer and closer to draft day, it gets more and more exciting, and everybody's more and more opinionated. And how often do you think, because everybody's got their sources. People have people that are actually in the draft room, people that know people that are scouts, and they, people are in the know. But even the people that are in the know have varying opinions of who they think is going to get picked, right? And there's only one pick.
Right.
How many times do you think on draft, let's say today, they go in, they go, this is our guy. This is who we think we're going to get. There's a lot of variables, right? Who gets picked before you, where you're. Yeah. How many times do you think they go in and go, this is our guy? And then when the draft starts, how many times do you think that opinion changes before it gets to you? Like, they took him. Now, if this guy, you know what? Now this is our guy. This is who we're looking at. Yeah. Wait a minute. We still want this guy, but if this guy's that's got to be an ongoing discussion from the time the draft probably starting now.
Oh, yeah. I think the only team that knows exactly what they're doing is the first one.
Yeah.
After that, maybe 2 and 3, but, man, everybody else, it's a fluid situation.
I wonder how many times, Chris, you may know just from past stories you've heard, they go in with, this is our guy, and they actually get that guy, and it plays out. Or is that not the norm? Chris had no comment.
Maybe Zeke with the 4th pick in 2016.
I don't. You know what? There were rumors on the red carpet that night they were getting Miles Jack.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah.
That didn't work out, did it?
No.
Or Miles Jack.
Glad we got Zeke. It was him, Jalen Ramsey, and Zeke, right?
Yeah.
And Ramsey went 3. Bosa went 1 or 2. Who went 1 in that draft? Because I think Ramsey went 3rd, and then I think Miles Jack went 5th, and Zeke was 4th. I don't remember who went 1 and 2 in that draft.
Let's see.
Look that up real quick, Kurt.
Goff 1st, Wentz 2nd, Bosa 3rd.
Yep.
Zeke 4th, Ramsey was 5th.
5th, yeah. So it was between Ramsey and Zeke, which either one of those would have worked out pretty good for you.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. The moment of truth. Let's start with Chris. Chris,
you want my pick?
Chris is in the know. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm in the know.
Who are you picking? It seems like the consensus seems to be wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm going to go wide receiver.
People. Okay.
I mean, the guy I want is Mbuka, but I don't know. He's maybe more of a trade back guy, so we'll just go with McMillan. How about that?
McMillan?
That's like everybody wants to do that, so I guess I'll do that.
Be different and go with Mbuka. That's
okay.
I'll
do Mbuka then. There we go.
Okay. Kurt.
Let me go because mine is simple.
Who?
Wow.
You know what?
Mine is simple,
it's
bro.
Draft day. We thought maybe he'd be different. He's just like he is during the season.
Undefeated.
Tell me who we drafting, Shannon.
I mean, I don't know. It's a fun game.
Who are we drafting? What do you think, Shannon?
Well, I'm going to Kurt first.
No.
I'm saving me for last.
Because he's so precise today. Out of all the days of where you definitely can't predict the Cowboys, I want Mr. Precision to tell me who we're drafting.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
If McMillan's there, I think they go McMillan.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I don't think they're going to go.
But see, you can't change.
No. I don't think they're good. No, that's not going to be my pick.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to go Golden or Mbuka. I think if McMillan's not there, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Nolan, defensive lineman.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Honestly, I am not mad at any position unless they go.
I think that's the one that Nick picked too. So
maybe I had lunch.
That's the defense.
Maybe I had with Nick today.
Maybe I had lunch with Nick today.
Yeah,
and
I see where it's going there.
And what you call it going with that too? Ain't Heckman Harrison going with that too?
I think so too.
Yes, he's going with that too.
I'm not mad, but I mean, if you pick anybody besides, if Jeanty falls, that's the only running back I'd be happy with. If you pick any other position outside of running back in the first round and quarterback, I'm not mad because I don't know if there's a wow guy outside of a wide receiver that's Nate's wow guy, because
I'm just being honest, man. You guys have put a lot of time and effort into this. I mean, everybody I've been around, from Chris to Jesse.
I'm going to pick a guy
Kyle.
for you. So pick, what position do you want?
Me?
Well, I want
I'm
offensive
talking to
line.
Nate.
No, I want
Offensive
offensive
line.
line. Yes.
Guard or tackle?
Guard. We need
You
a
want a
guard.
guard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll put him down as Booker.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad
Alabama.
at that. Now,
Alabama.
if you went Booker, would you trade back, Chris? Because he's projected to go a little bit later, right?
I mean, but here's the thing.
Is anybody going to trade back with you? That's
No one's trading right
Yeah.
now. There's not. Here's the thing: is most trades. Okay, so on that same article I sent Kurt, it said that the average trades in a draft is 5.5 in the first round. Last year there was 5. So it's going to be a matter about trades. And I don't know if this is a draft that a lot of people feel like there's value to come up.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're coming up for a quarterback or some elite player.
How many quarterbacks do they have going in the first round right now?
3 at most. 3
And
at
Ward,
most.
I think only one's a sure thing.
Ward,
Because
Mate.
remember last year, how many running backs went in the first round?
I don't remember.
0.
Yeah.
Okay. This year they're probably gonna have like maybe 3 or 4.
Think so.
This is a copycat league. The dude from
I
Philadelphia
think there's gonna
made
be a
him.
run. Here's the thing: is there's gonna be a run at running backs. The Cowboys need to be in that run, and you need to be at the beginning of it rather than the end of it.
Yeah. That surprised me. I didn't think there'd be that many in the first round.
All right, Kurt, who you got?
Who you got, Kurt?
Okay, so I say this knowing I don't study the draft, so I'm just kind of talking out my
You did a
backside
whole
here,
book
so-
of 300 players.
Study more than I
don't
did,
do
I
film
guarantee
and all
you.
that, so I tell you what, I was going to go receiver, but I'm just
Be different.
yeah, just screw it. So I'm trading down. I'm fine. I'm going to trade down
Right.
2 or 3 spots, and I'm telling you, I'm getting more and more scared about our cornerback situation. So I'm getting Barron from Texas.
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
And Chris, tell us who.
I like that pick.
Tell us. I wouldn't be mad at that. I would like to trade back.
You know what? But Brother Shannon, let me ask you this with all my heart. What would you be mad at? If
I already told you. I just told you. Quarterback. And if you get a running back outside of Jeanty, I'd be mad about it.
Okay.
And I might not even be mad about that.
I'm just saying.
It's funny, like McMillan's number 4, right? So like when he gets drafted, everybody's like, "Oh, how much does he has to give up for the number 4 jersey?" They're joking.
Funny.
Right.
So, Chris, who should we keep an eye on in the second round? Who are number one?
You want the ACL?
Yeah,
injury
somebody that should
Keep
have
the
been
tradition alive.
should have been a number one, a first round draft pick,
right.
probably like a
here-
top
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
He
But,
didn't play maybe but 15 games in his whole career.
No, I'll tell you right
but
now.
they had surgery this offseason.
Yeah, Siobhan Ravel Jr. from East Carolina.
Okay.
Okay.
He's a long corner. He's 6'1", 202.
Okay.
He played 3 games last year for East Carolina. He had
Prime candidate.
8 tackles, 4 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions.
Ooh, he right on time.
One was a 50-yarder for a touchdown. Okay.
All right.
He got hurt in practice.
How many games did he play?
3
Yeah.
He had eight tackles,
in 3 games as a corner.
2 interceptions.
2 interceptions and 4 pass breakups. In
Let's
3
go
games.
get him. Trade up to go
Let's
get
go.
that dude.
I
Is that our guy? Is there another one possibly?
like a hurt guy.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
god.
one of these crazy people they always pick in the second round. How about Pierce, the kid from Tennessee?
Yeah, Pierce.
He's
Should
got
have been a
some-
first rounder, but
He's off the field question marks.
well, there you go. Is DraftKings still a sponsor? I don't know. Who's our official partner?
Miller Lite is our draft sponsor.
Draft.
So we'll go with that.
All right, Miller Lite.
Got
Thank
a bunch
you.
of Miller Lights back here after the show.
Oh, hey.
I didn't mean of the draft show. I meant our fantasy partner, whoever our fantasy partner is. Okay. Well, come out here and get you some Miller Lights tonight out in the Ford Center here at the Star in Frisco. Since it'll be inside, you have a nice dry place to enjoy the draft, hang out with fellow Cowboy fans. Kurt, are you going to be out here at home?
I'm not. I'm going to be away from the madness and enjoying it up from my couch.
There you go. How did you enjoy that Stars win last night? Second OT win of the. Got
Love
back
it.
to home ice advantage.
Yeah, love it.
Killing me with these late with
Yeah,
these late
that's
games,
rough.
late starts, and OTs.
OTs, yep.
And how you enjoying the Celtics little run here,
We
Nate?
are the bomb. That's all I was
We're winning another one.
We are wild.
You want me to
Back
send
to
Jazz
back.
in there?
Back to
Does
back.
Jazz needs to go in there? We need to send her.
Hey, Jazz, what's up?
Yes.
Jazz coming in?
Hey,
Yeah, Jazz is gonna come
I need
in.
Jesse's money.
I'll give you Jesse.
Yeah. You take Jazz.
Wow,
I want his payment
Jesse
for
gets
today.
his pay. We have a
Here we go.
a sad moment on the show today. Someone that's been with us the last couple of years. Go right over here. Get on that since this person's not here.
I don't have my locks anymore.
Put your. I think this is your second appearance on the show.
Yes.
Welcome to the show,
Thanks, guys.
Jazz.
The one and only
Jasmine
Nicole Marshall.
is. I didn't know if you wanted to give your full name. You want to give us your social security number as well,
Phone number.
address.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Jazz is moving on to different things after how many years with the Dallas Cowboys?
I think 4 seasons.
4 seasons.
Wow.
She's been back there keeping Chris company, doing various things in the studio, in the podcast studio. And when is your last day?
Saturday.
Saturday.
And then went the draft.
Sad day. Going out with a bang on draft. So, Jazz, thanks for having fun with us and letting us have fun with you and hanging out with you before and after the show back in the thing. Hope good things happen to you. I'm sure they will. You've always had a great attitude.
Yep.
And
Gonna miss your good energy.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy the.
Who's the Cowboys drafting?
Yeah. Tell her who's your pick.
I told Scottish Purcell that I pray that we trade up to get Ashton Jeanty.
Oh,
okay.
okay. That's a bold prediction.
It is.
Wow.
It's a prayer.
Well, hey, take us out of the show. Thank you so much for your time. Good seeing you, Jazz.
Oh, come on, Jazz.
Close the show out for Chris. Thanks for keeping us on the air. Thanks for keeping us company, Jazz.
We out.
There we go. See ya.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!